Okay, so who we have here today is Thomas Tong. Welcome, Thomas.
Woo! Hello.
Love it. Welcome, welcome. And why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, your background?
My background. My name is Thomas. I'm a realtor since 2013. So almost 10 years now. I own. So other than being a realtor full time, I have two other side business. One is a property management business, which I'm gonna combine with another partner soon. And I have a retail post office business that I run, but it's very on track. So no problem there. So yeah, so that's what I do. I grew up, I was born in Hong Kong. I grew up in Hong Kong until I was 11. I came to LA in 1992. So I've been here about 30 years. Yeah, so I know LA ins and out. I grew up in Acadia. So for those of you who don't know, yeah, this is my hood.
This is your
Yeah.
home. I love it. I didn't know you own a post office. Like I was like, what?
Yeah. So it's a side business that brings in pretty steady income. There's good and bad. I mean, the good is there's always steady income. The bad is sometimes I would look at that. I was like, maybe I don't need to work so hard.
Well,
So good and bad, good and bad. But
that's nice.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful for it. And then yeah. So that's what I do.
Good. So
Yeah.
you're a serial entrepreneur, right? It sounds like you have a few things you're working on.
Yeah, serial entrepreneur. Yeah. But yeah, I'm also grateful for Amy and my previous mentor who brought me these stuff, and the universe. So
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
definitely.
So tell us a little bit, how was your life like before the mentorship, like before you got to study this material, things like that? How was the life before?
Um, I have a lot of limiting beliefs
Mm,
before
mm.
before meeting Amy. Even um so I Amy hates him, but I still love him. I joined Mike Ferry in 2017, and that's the first time
I
opened my mind.
off the record, Thomas, I don't hate him. Imagine this so Thomas. He doesn't even know who I am, and I never met him, and
No. But I'm saying, because he tells work hard, right? But of
right.
course, what we're trying to learn here is to use our mental power to attract the stuff that
Yeah,
that
yeah.
that But anyway, so when I met him, that's when the first that opened my mind regarding my mindset and all that stuff.
Mm,
But I still had a lot of limiting beliefs.
mm-hmm.
And I always had felt like there was always a bottleneck somewhere in my life, and I don't know how to break through it. I
Mm,
have no idea what's going on. I like I said, I had a lot of limiting beliefs, and then I didn't know about the mind at that time. So
right.
a lot of stuff I didn't know. I was just in my little bubble. My business was steady. It was good. It was. I mean, I wasn't. I was doing pretty well. I
Mhm.
was. I have a lot of clients. A lot of clients come find me, things of that nature. But I always felt that, hey, I can do so much more.
Mm,
I could have a breakthrough, right?
yeah.
It never came. So
Mm,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, I
So
love that.
what were some of the big shifts or awareness that you had during the mentorship with me?
Well, I would say that the biggest shift is learning about my limiting beliefs,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
Learning about myself, right? Learning about who I really am.
Mm-hmm.
Learning about the infinite intelligence out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Learning about the universe, and yeah, like learning that like like the Nike and Adidas, right? Just do it, and anything is possible, right?
Yeah.
So I think the one big thing, the shift is I got rid of Well, I wouldn't say I'm still working on it because
Yeah,
it's a lifelong it's a lifelong work, right?
yeah,
This is it's not just, oh, I'm gonna do 3 months and oh, I'm good for the rest of my life, right?
right.
So
No, it doesn't work like
it's
that.
yeah, it doesn't work that way, but it's a continual working experiment.
Yes.
And I would say I at least took out a bunch of limiting beliefs
Mm.
that my whoever gave me when I was a kid, you know,
Yeah,
and I learned to think outside the box, right? I think that's one thing that that that
yeah,
that change or shifted, right?
for sure.
Um, yeah,
I
yeah,
think one of the biggest thing is the awareness, Thomas.
yeah.
You
Oh,
become
definitely awareness, being
aware.
aware
Yeah.
of what's going on. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Like what's going on within my mind, within
Right.
myself, and how everybody operates. Yeah,
Right. Right.
so
Because
that was big.
once you understand you, and then you understand other people, but most importantly is how to shift, right?
Yeah.
How to shift those limiting beliefs,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Right.
yes. And not to have them anymore, right? Right.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're gonna come up. I mean, for sure, as you continue on, with your journey, it's gonna come up. But now at least you're equipped. I like to say that
Mm.
you know how to
Yes,
shift, right?
yes, yes.
Right.
Got the tools,
Yeah, that's the
the
most
mind
important,
tools.
right? So now
Yeah.
that's what I wanted to do for you guys is give you the tools so you can shift yourself. Because
Mhm.
before we weren't aware how to shift,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. We
That's
were
why.
told a lot of stuff that weren't very true
That's right.
since we were a kid,
Yeah.
right?
Right. Right.
Yes, yes.
Exactly. So you have to let go a lot of crap, I like to call.
Yeah, let go a lot of crap. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
definitely, definitely.
Yeah. So tell us, like, what have you manifested since the mentorship?
I I manifested a daughter that's gonna be born in 2 months.
Oh,
Not 2 months, 2 weeks, less than two
2
weeks.
weeks.
Two
My
weeks.
my birthday is in 2 weeks, Thomas. So she's gonna be an amazing daughter.
When is your daughter? When is your birthday?
December 6th.
December 6th? Oh, okay. She's gonna be December 12th. We it's just because we gotta do C-section, so the date is set
Oh,
already.
12,
Yeah.
12, 2022. Just
12/12/2022. Yes.
and like, anyways, she's gonna be an amazing daughter, I can tell you.
Yes, yes, yes. So I think I never really told you this, but in the beginning, while I was when I first joined your mentorship, my wife just had uh because we did IVF, right? Because
Mhm,
my daughter it wasn't natural. We had to go through
mhm,
the
mhm.
procedure and stuff like that. So when I first joined your mentorship, um uh my wife just had the embryo transfer into her.
I remember.
Yeah, so at that time I was trying to manifest this daughter to come alive because we've tried so long, we've been doing this for like 4 years and
Wow,
nothing happened. So
wow.
so I think in the outfront I was telling you, hey, I want my business, but like deep down inside I really wanted my daughter.
Yeah,
So when I was doing the homework,
yeah,
I put that in there and stuff like that.
yeah,
So very proud of that.
yeah.
She
Congratulations.
everything went very smoothly. Wife didn't have a lot of, well, like pretty much no complication. Even though she's 43, she's going to be 44 years old, and
Mm,
so she's carrying the baby, not much complication. Everything is well. So
yeah,
she's healthy. All the genetics are good, so I'm very grateful for that.
yeah,
Also manifested one of my biggest deal in my career, in my 10 years career. I
yeah,
sold a home for $6.85 million,
yeah.
out in the Beverly Hills area, and the client was great. They were nice. They didn't haggle. They didn't haggle about commission. They
Mm,
loved what I did. They were so grateful. After the fact that I found them the builder of the home to help them renovate the
ah,
house.
ah,
And they were super grateful. They weren't like, so manifested like a great client, and
yeah.
and then also manifested an assistant that I was, uh I just got one not long ago, but that struggle was real, man. That struggle was real. And she was great. We've been working for together for about a week now, and then saved my life. Yeah,
I told
that's,
you.
yeah.
I told you. Yeah,
Yeah.
amazing. And
Amazing.
remember, Thomas, like when we first started the mentorship, you were like kind of complaining, like, how come the people I manifested at the time, they're all like, cutting my commission, asking for rebates and things like that. And I said,
Mhm.
well, because it's you. And you're like, what do
Yeah.
you mean? Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
after you shifted and the people you started attracting no longer like that, right?
Yeah. That client was very good. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
They're very grateful, and then they don't haggle. Never mention one time. Never. And then they even asked me, it's like, hey, all the stuff that you did afterwards, like, are you gonna charge me? If you need to charge me, charge me. Okay? Because like, because we don't want you to work for free. And they're from China. They're young and they're from China, so so
it's
so
all limiting belief, Thomas. I
yes,
told you, right?
yes. So I'm just saying, hey, like people say, oh, all the people in China are cheap, no, it's just that you haven't found the one that is that knows our value and knows the culture, right?
Because what's most important is that you know your value.
Yeah. Yes,
So
definitely.
you'll be able to attract someone who knows your value, right?
Yeah.
We attract what we like. That's all, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah,
Congrats. Oh my God, so
yeah.
exciting. Like, again, like money is just part of it. Like money is exciting, but I think really what people really want is like relationships, right? Like with their family and
Mhm.
things like that. So
Yes,
beautiful.
yes.
I was like,
That was great.
yeah,
Yeah. So that
yeah,
was great. So I think that's the two main thing. I mean, like main thing. I mean, I manifested a daughter. It's like a human being, right?
yes,
And manifested a like a huge deal for me.
yeah, yeah,
So that's too great. And then obviously continue working on it, and then trying to manifest more.
absolutely.
And what I'm gonna become and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
like I said, it's a lifetime work, right? It's not 3 months and
No,
done. Yeah,
no.
definitely
And
not.
I think
Definitely
that
not.
the most beautiful part now, Thomas, is that now you've learned all these tools, you can actually teach your daughter.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna do.
Like I seriously, I
Yeah.
think this is so valuable. You can,
Yes, I will never say anything to limit
yes,
her beliefs on
yes,
what she wants to do,
yes.
right?
What's possible for
Um,
her? Yeah.
what's possible for her. And I think I don't know if I shared this with you, but I did tell myself that I think my job as a father is to not well, number one, not give any limiting beliefs to my daughter, right? Let her know that anything she wants to do, daddy is gonna support her.
Yeah.
And my job is to find out what she's good at,
Mm,
what she's good at, and
mm,
letting her know that she's good at that,
mm.
and giving her the tools and the resources to be successful if
Yeah,
she chooses to do what she's really good at, right?
yeah.
um I don't blame my parents, but I would say that I don't think my parents ever found out like what I'm good at,
Mm, mm, mm.
and never, because they're always busy working, raise a family and stuff like that. So what I'm gonna do, my daughter, is I'm gonna be very, very, focus on her and find out what she's really good at, and let
Yeah,
her know that she's good at that, and but it's at the end of the day, it's her choice, right?
yeah,
So that's what I'm gonna do. That's what a father will do for my daughter, is to you know figure out what she's really good at, and letting her know and giving her the resources to be good at that,
yeah.
and hoping that she'll want to pursue that in the future, right? But if she
Oh,
doesn't, it's okay.
yeah.
Daddy's still here to support you.
Yeah, it's her
Yeah,
life, but I
yeah,
think
it's her
your
life.
job is to provide her your awareness, right?
Yeah.
What you
So
know, what
she is aware that, hey, oh, I'm actually good at this.
yes,
I'm actually better to you know better at this than all my peers. and then so hopefully she'll fall in love with doing it
Yeah.
and become a master at it, and become someone that can hopefully change the world.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. And it starts with you, right? I always say that
Yeah.
it starts with you.
Yes.
So you're
Yes.
an
Definitely.
example of what's possible, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell us what made you decide to invest in this mentorship, Thomas?
Um. Well, I know your previous students, like people who took your class. And I felt that they had a shift. Something changed within them,
Mm,
right? And I was very curious to see what it is.
mm,
Um, so so I remember that one time I forgot it was at office, right? So
yeah.
I approached you, right? And purposely, and want to talk to you to see what you're all about, so
Now you know what I'm all about, Thomas.
so yeah, got on the call with you, everything makes sense. I'm a curious person, so I have an open mind. And I want to, and I'm always looking for that breakthrough, right?
Yeah.
Like I said earlier. So I thought, hey, the Amy might be my breakthrough, right? For at least you know, to teach me. Well, okay, let's rephrase. At that time, I was like, oh, maybe Amy is gonna be my breakthrough, right? But then now I think about it, the breakthrough is within myself, and the continual breakthrough that I have to do is the lifelong work that I need to work on for myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So mainly it's because I know a couple of your past students, and then I do see change in them, and then I was curious about what happened,
Yeah.
and
Well,
so
what
that's
would
why I joined.
happen? What would happen to you if you joined, right?
Yeah, what happened to me if I joined? Yeah.
But do you remember? I still needed to sell you. Do you remember, Thomas?
Limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs. Hey, you got to work for something. Amy, it's not easy, okay?
It's not. It's my job to sell you. I always say that it's my obligation. But what I'm saying is, like, even though sometimes you think that, oh, I want this, but we still need it to be sold. It's so funny,
Yeah,
even
yeah,
though
it
we
is.
want
It
it, but
is.
we still need to be sold. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
All good, all good. And that's exactly what I did. And that here we are, right? I think 6 months
Yeah,
later.
yeah,
Right?
yeah, yes, yes. 6 months. Well, has it been 6 months?
Almost,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. So what do you think your life would be like if you didn't invest in the mentorship, Thomas?
If I didn't invest in the mentorship, I'll be the same. I'll be the same person that I was 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I don't want to say this, but probably I will still be. The daughter might not be on the way. Still doing the same thing, still finding out, oh, why I'm not getting this breakthrough, things of that nature. I'm still the same person, don't know myself, don't know
Yeah.
what's going on, don't know how other people think, stuff of that nature.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so that's
Yeah.
most likely probably like that, yeah.
So what would you say to people that are thinking about whether to invest in themselves and join the mentorship? What would you say to them?
Mm, what would I say to them?
Yeah.
That is on the fence.
Yep.
Um, well, I would say everything Amy teaches is real, right?
I hope so.
But you have to do the work, right? 100%, right? Do everything that Amy tells you to do, right? If you're the kind of person that's like, oh, you give up easily or something like that, then like I gotta say, Amy tells you to do a lot of silly stuff, like very silly stuff. Like
It's
if you
it's
do,
not
okay,
silly.
I'm talking to that person that is listening to this right now. Like she's gonna tell you to do a lot of silly stuff. Amy admitted it's silly, but it works.
Okay.
So if you can't say, oh, I'm gonna commit to Amy 100%, then maybe it's not going to work for you. But if you're like, hey, I want that breakthrough, you know something is missing in your life, and hey, you're willing to do as Amy says and do what she tells you 100%. Not I wouldn't say even 100%. Let's just say 80%, right? 80%, 70%. You're gonna see some breakthrough, right? So yeah, that's my my words to whoever thinking about joining is do you want changes in your life, right? Do you want a breakthrough in your life, and are you willing to put in the work, right? And be resilient, and even though like times that are like, dude, like serious, like you want me to do what? Just do it. Just do it, right? Don't think. Have an open mind. Don't think. Just do it. And I gotta tell you, whatever Amy's telling you to do is not gonna take like 8 hours. It's gonna take about 20 minutes a day, right? And that's it, right? So do you have 20 minutes a day to invest in yourself to get better in life, right? And commit to Amy at least 70 to 80%, right? And if the answer is yes, then join. But if your answer is no, I'm gonna slack off and then I'm gonna come back and blame Amy. Oh, this shit don't work. Then we don't want you in our group.
Exactly.
How about
don't
that?
worry. I won't let them in.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's that. Yeah, but I gotta say a lot of silly stuff, but it'll all make sense. It'll all make sense. I'm not giving anything away.
Yes. Yes.
A lot of silly stuff. Yeah.
But is it worth it? Is it worth the investment, Thomas? Is it worth the time to do that?
Of course. 10, 20 minutes a day. Who doesn't have that, right?
Yeah.
And you just have to, like I said, you just have to be resilient. You have to remember and do it, right? And don't give yourself any excuses, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And you will get the breakthrough that you wanted.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Thomas. Any last words of encouragement for people?
I think I would say for anybody that is watching this, that's thinking about joining or whatever, I think the first question you have to ask yourself is, do you know yourself, right? Do you know yourself, like, and do you know what you want? Like, if you say no and no, if you don't say yes and yes, and your answer is no, I don't really know myself, and no, I don't really know what I want, then you need to join Amy's class like today, because your life is not going anywhere. I can tell you that right now. Because if you don't even have an identity, right, then how are you going to succeed, right? If you don't even know yourself and know what you want, how are you going to succeed? You're just going to go through life like you have a shot at anesthesia in your body, and you're like, okay, I just have to go to work, 9 to 5, I go home, feed my baby, I go to sleep, I go to work again. That's going to be your life, right? So if two questions: do you know yourself, and do you know what you want, right? So if the answer is no, you just join today, man. Don't waste time, because the more time you waste, it's just the more time you're never gonna get back. So that's it. That's all I have to say.
Love it. I agree with that, Thomas. I agree with that. Most people have no idea who they are, and they don't know what they want in life, and therefore they don't go anywhere, right? So exactly. Absolutely, I agree with you.
Yeah.
With that, thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing your experience. I always like to invite the guests coming back later on. I'm sure you're going to manifest other amazing stuff. Who knows? Maybe another one.
I think I'll stop at that. I'll stop at one. No more daughter manifestation.
No more.
That's done. No more. Other stuff.
Okay, other things. Okay.
I want to manifest her being something. Being someone that can change the world. How about that?
Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. You're gonna guide her to do that.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Thomas, for coming on, and thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you.